Washington.
This is Marty for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Marty for here once again. Now, if you can't see my hair, it's because I got my hair braided up and whatnot. I just got my hair retwisted. Finally got my edge control going on. And, you know, I'm going to have my hair and I'm going to take it out and it's going to be all nice and fresh this weekend for the blackout. It's going to be everything. But anyway, we're going to get into this episode of Bad Girls Club Season 14 episode. I believe this is 4. What's it called? Flirting with Kat-Tastrophe, I believe this episode's called. Now, this was interesting. It felt like there was a whole lot that happened in just this one episode. So I'm going to try not to make this too long, but still cover everything that, you know, that happened. Oh, shit. So the episode starts off with, you know, Tina's, you know, talking about how she left her ID and whatnot. So she can't get into any of the clubs that, you know, the producers send them to or whatever. Uh-oh. Got some stuff on my computer screen, y'all. So the girls go to this restaurant, and there's this guy, I guess, who's like, he's some sort of promoter for the club that they want to go to. I'm not sure what have you. And he's like, well, you know, take my number, take my information, you know, because I can get your friend to the club. You know, you don't have to worry about no line, VIP, bottle service, all that shit. And so, you know, he's saying all this stuff to Jazz, and he writes all his information on this little piece of paper. I guess it looked like a receipt or something. And, you know, I could have sworn, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not going to watch the footage again, but I thought I saw Jazz take the piece of paper that she wrote the stuff on, and she tried to put it in her titty, or, you know, in her bra for her own safekeeping. But then she points to somebody, which they never really identified who it was, I guess, that she pointed it to, or that she handed it to. She handed the piece of paper to somebody and said, hey, put this in that round purse. Ooh, excuse me. So, she loses it somehow. She misplaces it, or she doesn't know who she talked to, because I guess she was drunk as fuck. And so she's going to Tina talking about, did I give you the piece of paper? And Tina's like, no. And they go back towards the footage, and she clearly hands it to another bitch that's not Tina. So Tina's looking like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So she starts getting into all this argument, and then for some reason her and Kat start spatting back and forth, talking about this bitch supposed to have attitude, and like, no, bitch, you sitting up here going off on me for no reason for a piece of paper, and blah, 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 blah. And honestly, I feel like in that situation, I was probably Kat in that situation, because that seems like Kat was just kind of sitting there, Jazz was just going off about a piece of paper for no reason, and she was just trying to talk shit about, you know, people in general, and I guess Kat just was like, well, bitch, don't speak in general terms. And this continues into the limo. But this particular section of the show, I thought to myself as I was watching it, I was like, why is over half of this scene bleeped out? Like, these bitches are screaming, and it's like, beep, 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 you must beep, 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 all this beep, beep. I'm like, damn. I wanted to hear the uncensored version. My God, it was in the confessionals. They was bleeping, and of course when they were yelling and screaming, they was bleeping. I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen this much cussing on Bad Girls Club all at one scene. Shit. So they get into the limo, and this is where shit gets ugly. Kat's still pissed, of course, because Jazz just went off on her for no reason. And one of the twins comes in, asks if, you know, is Kat's okay? And she's like, nah, fuck that bitch. Like, she's going off on me for no reason. I ain't happy with it. I ain't down with that shit. And I forget, I wish I could know which twin it was so I could properly read them. What, did y'all see that, the twin that had on, like, the beige shirt with her titties out and with no bra? Why did her titties, look, hold on, let me, So this is like, you know, her shirt, right? Let me stand up. Like, you know, this is her shirt. Why did it look like her titty was like this? Okay, both her titties are hanging out, sticking out her shirt like this. This is the twins' titties. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are them shits pointy and at motherfucking attention? Like, that just didn't look right. But anywho, everybody gets into the limo, and Jazz says, fuck everybody, this, that, and the fourth. And one of the twins was like, well, bitch, fuck you too. And so they got into this whole argument, which I've seen this argument in many different forms before in my life, where somebody's mad and they just say fuck everybody, and then the person who wasn't necessarily the target of that fuck everybody comment gets mad because technically everybody includes them, but the person who said the fuck everybody wants to be like, well, I was talking about everybody that I'm mad at the time. But the thing is, what's wrong with that is if you don't say specifically who you're mad at and you just say fuck everybody, you can't get mad for somebody else being able to, take that out of context. So she was just gonna say be specific, because if you saying fuck everybody, bitch, you saying fuck me, and I'm just saying fuck you too, bitch. So they get up. Then Shannon decides she wants to shove Jasmine. Well, I guess one good time. And then they were trying to make it seem like she got her ass whooped. I mean, she just got pushed and then security came over. I couldn't really see, or they didn't show anything that really showed that she got her ass whooped. I don't know about that, but I mean, okay, editing. And so Jasmine gets put in another car. She crying, talking about, it's my birthday, oh my birthday. Girl, Jasmine has some of the ugliest cries I've ever seen. It just seems like she just busts out into tears at a drop of a hat. But, alright. So, Jazz gets home, and she's just throwing this big tantrum. She's talking shit. She's calling people out, and then she calls Jayla, and Jayla comes to the stairwell. She starts like, hey, bitch, I ain't trying to fuck with you. This ain't got nothing to do with me. If you got a problem with the twins, you take it away with the twins. And then Jazz just throws the drink up at her. I'm like, oh, shit. Now, I will say I was surprised because I would expect, okay, had somebody told me that this scene happened, I would have expected Jayla to fucking jump over the damn stairs, jump down, and do a motherfucking wrestling move on that bitch, honestly. But yet, she got the drink thrown at her. And then she proceeded to go to her bed, pour...
It's 12 o'clock.
Pour liquid all over her bed and shit, and this for baby powder or something, and all over it. I'm like, okay, all right. Now let's rewind back to the first episode when you had all your shit locked up and you trying to talk about, I ain't gonna touch nobody's shit, nobody gonna touch my shit. They always do that. Every single season, they have that same conversation. Oh, I'm not gonna touch nobody's shit, and nobody touch my shit. 4 episodes later, fuck you, shit, bitch, I'm gonna get over. Like, what's the point? What's the point? It's dumb. Where are we? And then Jazz comes in talking about, oh, this is what you gonna do, bitch. All I gotta do is wash this shit, bitch. I'm just like, but girl, you have to actually go through the process of washing it. Like, what? And then it's like you just was going off for no reason. Was this during Jazz's PMS week? Because it just seemed like she was doing a whole lot for reasons unknown. So while she in this laundry room, Kat and Jazz fight one last time, and she was like, bitch, I was trying, you were just going off on me for no reason, and I was just, defending myself, and all of a sudden, Jazz apologizes and starts crying again, and I guess Kat felt bad, so she decided to console her, and I guess they just kind of squashed whatever that was, which was stupid in the first place. It just kind of began off of nothing. So this is where the other half of the episode, like, honestly, what all just happened felt like an episode within of itself. But then we get to this other half where Jazz comes to Jayla, all right, and they talk again. I don't understand. Like, Jasmine, I don't understand her. She just goes to these girls and just starts talking, but yet she starts being cool with them one minute, then she talks shit about them, then she goes back to apologizes, and I'm like, I mean, I guess she wants to make peace, but it could be the editing. It just seems like her timing just makes no sense. Like, I mean, I guess, Jayla just fucked up your shit, but yet you gonna go over there and try to talk and squash things? Like, I mean, there's one thing about being the bigger woman here, but So anyway, Jayla's sitting up here praying Nam Yareke Kyo, with that one candle sitting in Indian style. And so Jazz comes in, basically saying like, I don't have a problem with you, but I keep my distance from you because I don't fuck with the twins, and that's who you fuck with. Which is what's the word? It just left my brain. Reasonable, reason to like distance yourself from somebody, because if somebody that I'm cool with, that I'm really cool with, is cool with somebody that I don't fuck with, I have to kind of keep my distance away from that person too, just because we can't have the mixed company. So you don't want to put your friend in an awkward position. So you just kind of have to either like, hey, either they gotta go or I'm gonna distance myself. Like it's just not gonna work. So I understood, where she was coming from. But the twins was not with Jazz and Jayla having this conversation. They was feeling like, excuse me. They was feeling like, oh, where does this bitch loyalty lies? I'm getting a funny feeling about Jayla Mina now. Like, why are you talking to that bitch? This, that, and the fourth. And my thing is, you can't tell nobody who they can and cannot talk to. If they decide to make up or, just not fight this person, then who are you to tell them who they can and cannot be friends with? Like, that's one of the things that just annoys the crap out of me. Like, I mean, it's not like she's trying to hide and plot against y'all getting out the house or something. So I don't never understood what that whole issue was that the twins was trying to say they had with Jazz. I mean, yeah, they just got into a fight, but honestly, that whole fight was just dumb and unnecessary. Like, Jayla Mina just said, like, I mean, I may not fuck with her, but I don't feel a reason to fight her, But the twins wasn't really too much having that. So they have this photo shoot. They all take their pictures, probably, the pictures that they needed for, promotion of the season when it airs or before it airs. And so there's a part where, the director says if somebody's in front of you, just kind of ask them to move over a little bit. And I guess the twins were in front of Jayla, and she tried to ask them to move over, and it was kind of like rude, like, don't ask me to move over, or some shit like that. So they just basically acting funny because of the whole Jasmine situation. So Jayla pretty much addresses the issue like, what the fuck? And so they was like, well, basically we feel like you're being fake about talking about Jazz. And Jayla was like, you should never question my loyalty. Like, I've been consistent this whole time. Like, I don't understand what the issue is. And they were just like, you was being fake, bitch, last night. You were talking to Jazz and blah, 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 blah. That whole issue. I'm like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. And it's like, it's really annoying me because I've seen the same situation play out in real life, in my own life, and I'm just rekindling back to the situations. Like, this is still ignorant and dumb. Like, but where are we? But eventually, Jayla Mina comes to them after they have their little spat. She comes to them and be like, you guys are the main people that I fuck with in the house, and I don't want this situation to get between us, and blah, blah, blah. So they hug it out, and now they're fine. Because at first, I was like, are they going to fight each other and kick each other out? That would be kind of cool. But Jayla decides that because Lauren, Jasmine are going to Walmart, apparently, and Kat and Tina are sunbathing outside. Ooh, girl. Ooh, sorry, y'all, it's late. Are sunbathing outside. She decides that she's gonna kick one of the girls out the house, and the girl she decides to kick out is Tina. So she does like the typical, oh, I'm just gonna throw her shit on the front lawn. And I'm just going to eject all her stuff and I'm going to lock her out the house. Well, they wasn't too much feeling that. Tina was just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, oh my God. Like, how old are we? Like, how childish is this? Like, oh my God. And Kat was like, look, I'm pissed off about this situation. That's all fine and dandy. I fuck with you, Tina. But really, my only concern is I had to piss. So Kat had to pee. So this is where we finally see the scene where Kat busts the damn window with her fist. I'm like, ooh. I'm like, bitch, did that hurt? That that should have looked like it hurt it, because she hit that shit hard as fuck. And then the producer had to come over and try to stop her, and he's like, stop, what's going on, or well, he knew what was going on, but he was trying to tell her to stop, and she's like, oh shit, let us in the motherfucking house, I gotta piss. I know that's right, because when you got to go to the bathroom, you get desperate, you start doing all sorts of shit. um, but Tina's just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm over this. And she had been talking about how she wanted to go home anyway, but the only reason she's staying here is because of what Laura, the life coach, said. Fuck Laura, the life coach. She was like, you know what, I'm about to be out this shit. My shit's already packed, so I was like, well, fuck it. And I was kind of disappointed, because Tina did have like that one bout it moment, and the fact that she just kind of reneged and just said fuck it, I'm like, I wanted her to give a little bit more fight than that. Like, she just gave up. Like, it was kind of anticlimactic, and I'm just like, oh, Tina, you're a disappointment. And I was just starting to like, you know what, Tina's cool. I actually was feeling Tina, but doormat. Tina was the doormat. So she's gone. And then so Lauren and Jazz come in, and from Walmart, and Jayla Mina's like, oh well, Tina's gone, and Kat's going to the hospital because she broke her hand, or her hand was bleeding, and Jazz is like, what the fuck? How did this shit happen? And Lauren was confused, like, wait, Tina's gone? Like, did anybody fight? Like, what happened? And she's like, no, I just put all her stuff out on the lawn, and she couldn't get in the house. But then Lauren was just like, I mean, I fucked with Tina, we were cool or whatever, but she was kind of boring. I was like, you see how these bitches will turn on your ass in a second. So, don't nobody really even seem to be mad that Tina was even gone. So, since Tina's gone, Jazz decides to move from rooming with Kat to rooming with Lauren, because I guess Tina and Lauren were roommates. So now that Tina's gone, Jazz wants to move in there with Lauren, and Kat's like, well, damn, like, what was wrong with me? You ain't want to sit here and stay with me? So, I mean, I guess they're closer, but Kat was just like, well, damn, I guess so, bitch. And this is when shit hits the fan. Lauren and Kat are outside. I believe they're having a smoke break or what have you, or drinking, or, whatever. Ooh. Ooh. Mm. And Lauren decides to take that time to say to Kat that, yeah, me and Jasmine, we kind of wanted to kick you out the house. And and then Kat was like, oh, bitch, fuck all you hoes. You see the whip there, start throwing shit, breaking shit, smashing shit, kicking shit. Everybody else was like, whoa, Kat, chill. Everybody's like, let's get afraid. This bitch is going off. She's kicking and breaking and smashing shit. It was just like, oh, okay. Well, Kat said this is probably why Kat wanted to, stay cool and calm, collected throughout the rest of these episodes, because she ain't want to do this shit. But she was angry. I felt like she was legitimately angry over the fact that, she'd been trying to keep her cool. She didn't really fuck with nobody for real, but yet they try to fuck with her, and these are people that she felt like, that she could trust. So I can understand how she could probably feel, some sort of a way. But she was not having it. And then both the twins and Jayla Mina, I believe, got to talk to her. If it wasn't in this episode, it was previews of the next episode, where she was like, now that now that you've seen what they do, like, you need to start acting accordingly. So, and he was hugging the twins and hugging on Jayla. So I'm just like, uh-oh. Is Kat about to go over to the dark side with, Jayla and the twins? So we'll see. And then next week, we get to see the new girl, Jenna. Now, I don't know anything about Jenna. I'm not really going into, like, who the replacements are. I just kind of want to see them as they air. So we're going to meet Jenna next week. And so far, I guess the twins don't get along with them. So I guess we know what side they're on. I guess that is literally Tina's replacement. So we'll see how that goes. But this is a great episode. This is a good one. I gotta say, this is really a good one. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. Thank you guys so much for all your support thus far for my channel and this Bad Girls Club 14 series. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Washington.